Chinmaya Sadgurave Namaha. Achintyam Avyaktam Anantarupam. Achintyam Avyaktam Anantarupam. Shivam Prashantam Amritam Brahmayonim. Shivam Prashantam Amritam Brahmayonim. Tathadimadhyanta vihinamekam. Tathadimadhyanta vihinamekam. Vibhum chidanandam arupam adbhutam. Vibhum chidanandam arupam adbhutam. Together. Achintyam abhyaktamanantarupam. Shivam prashantam amritam brahmayonim. Tathadimadhyanta vihinamekam. Vibhum chidanandamarupam. So, Ramana Maharshiji's composition, Chittadarshanam Tattadarshanam. When the mind is calm, peaceful, without any taint, Shantam, Virajam. And especially when we meditate upon Atma, all the sorrows go off. Now, one terminology we got, Brahma Yoni. Before doing any work, we first plan. We first plan. Okay. And from there, that samsara starts. So first we do sankalpa, and from there, from sankalpa to samsara. So sankalpa is the yoni. Any planning is the yoni. Literally means the women genitals from where every being has come out. But here Upanishad tried to say, from our resolve, from our planning, the whole world has come. So Brahma Yoni is Sankalpa. But in case of the universal physical gross Srishti, the Samasti Yoni is Hiranyagarbha. Unless and until कामना की वासना ना जाए, काम वासना, मुक्ति संभव नहीं. Emancipation is a far off thing for them, but for him, but for her, who is having little bit desire for the lust. Now come to the point. That luster is a biological factor, but craving for that is our contribution, our srishti. Just think one thing. Long I will. First, बालक रहते हैं, tender boy and girl. There is no samsar. But whenever puberty starts, samsar starts. We think that our desire for lust is the cause of the whole population. Grossly, if we see, yes, it's absolutely right that how all the people came, they are the result of our lustful desire. I agree. But according to the spiritual standpoint, you just see, you just think our desire is the cause of our own birth of this life or any life. Not so, our desire is not responsible for the whole population. Our own desire is responsible for our repeated birth. Clear? So that is why Brahma Yoni is Sankalpa. And whenever the dukkha comes, when I think I am separated from God, Bhagavan ek hai. Bhagavan is one. That is why he is Vibhu, Sarva Vyapi. One is not only a number. If you think number one is pervaded in all the numbers. Have you noticed it? So 0 and 1 are the contribution of India to the world. Brahma, Maya and Brahma. 0 and 1, Maya and Brahma. 0 means apparently it is not nothing, but it is something. Yama sa Maya. What about it is not there, but it appears as it is there? That is Maya. That is the definition of Maya. That is the definition of 0 also. Isn't it? So 0 and 1 are the contribution of India to the world. And the whole world now is based on 0 and 1. Our computer, our mobile, all the electronics things are the binary system. You know the technology 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. This is the technology. This is called binary technology. The whole electronic system is based on this. And that is Adbhutam. Adbhutam means which cannot be grasped by the intellect. बुद्धि के द्वारा जो जाना नहीं जाता. आश्चर्यवत पश्यति, भगवत गीता में भगवान ने बोल रहा है. That is why the first adjective was achintyam. जिन्होंने अचिंत्यन और अव्यक्त की ध्यान करते हैं, उनका मन भी अचिंत्य और अव्यक्त हो जाता है, मन शांत हो जाता है. हम लोग जिनका ध्यान करते हैं उनका सत्ता, उनका प्रभाव, उनका वाइब्स आ जाता है, जिनका भी. If you start doing meditation of anything else, you will get the very essence of that. If you do the dhyana meditation of Lord Shiva, whatever the attributes and forms, with the full effort, it must come to you. Whatever the God, maybe Krishna, maybe Rama, anyone. Because different religions, faith people, they don't believe in the form of God. But they believe in but they accept the attributes of them. भगवान दयालु है, भगवान कृपालु है, भगवान दाता है. भगवान की चैतन्य सत्ता सिर्फ सात्विक मन के द्वारा ही जाना जाता है. Consciousness, which is infinite and eternal, is the self in each individual. It is the substratum from which all forms have emerged, by which the thing, all are sustained, and into which all forms ultimately disappear. Just as the ocean is the substratum from which the waves and the wavelets, ripples and bubbles all emerge, and into which all ultimately sink to become the ocean again. Isn't it? Please pay attention. At the time of class, close your eyes. After the class, you will read books or anything else. So too in life, the supreme consciousness is the one eternal core around which the matter vehicles ripples outwards to form the whole universe. The infinite subject is the theme of meditation. Infinite subject is the theme of meditation. Being thus the very subject in us, the very vitality behind the intellect that gives us its faculty of intelligence. It cannot become an object of intellectual understanding. to negate all misconceptions that the supreme truth is an object of perception, object of emotion, or object of thought. We are told that it is unthinkable, achintya. In order to be an object of perception, it must be manifested so that it can be perceived. Since it is not an object that is perceivable, it is unmanifest, avyaktam. It is the very subject that perceives all objects. Naturally, it is indicated by the term unmanifested. At the same time, although itself unmanifest, all the manifestations are nothing but its own expression. Just remember the theme of the ocean. There are a lot of waves. We tell, oh, wonderful waves. Waves comes from the ocean. It again sinks to the ocean. So ocean, bubbles, anything else is nothing but the expression of ocean only. The ocean is not seen as such among the waves, nor gold among the ornaments. हम लोग नहीं समुंदर को देखो नहीं, अरे कितना सुंदर लहरें, how beautiful waves, how beautiful ornament, how beautiful necklace. We don't say that how beautiful gold. So at the same time, all ornaments are expressions of gold. All waves are expressions of the ocean. Similarly, the self as such has manifested to become the objects of perception. And therefore, all manifestations in the pluralistic world experienced by us are expressions of the very same consciousness. Hence, it is indicated in the mantra here as the one of endless forms. Sorrow is inauspicious. Sorrow is inauspicious. Miseries and tragedies, disappointments and dissatisfactions are all experiences where gained by us through the instrument of the body, mind, and intellect. Since the Atma, the self, is that which transcends all equipments of experiences. So there in the self, while an individual is experiencing the God consciousness, there cannot be any of these miseries experienced while in the body. Therefore, this state of perfection is indicated in the rhythm of Upanishads as the ever auspicious Shivam. पूरा पत्थर में ही मूर्ति छुपा रहते हैं. When we see a beautiful statue, we start praising the statue, the beauty of the statue. We don't pay attention to the stone. Likewise, the whole universe, that skies, stars, ocean, people, trees, birds, insects, virus, COVID-19, Omicron, Deltacron, nothing but the expression of the same Brahman. If you pay attention to the Brahman, there is no Omicron, no Deltacron, no COVID, nothing else. Only auspiciousness, that is Shivam. All agitations are, doled out to us in our everyday life through the disturbances of the thoughts in us. Thoughts in their disturbance create the equipments of emotion and understanding called mind and intellect. I'm repeating. All agitations are come out to us, doled out to us in our everyday life. How? Through the disturbances of the thoughts in us. Thoughts in their disturbance create the equipments of emotion and understanding. Tapasa chiyate Brahman. Then some agitation came in Brahman, in Bhagavad it is told. And that is why all the Srishti has come out. So thoughts in their disturbances create the equipments of emotion and understanding called mind and intellect. Since the truth is that which is the cause for the intellect to function. It transcends both these instruments, mind and intellect, and therefore none of the disturbances and agitations which are of the nature of these vehicles can ever contaminate the self. Beyond the source of all disturbances, the Atma, the self, pure self, is ever supremely peaceful, Shantam. Decay or death is mortality. Clear? Decay and death or death. Mortality means decay, na? Mortality means death. So finitude expresses itself as changes. Finitude means change. Change from one condition to another condition. Clear? So क्षय और मृत्यु को ही मॉर्टेलिटी बोलते हैं, मृत्युत्व, जो अमर नहीं. Change from one condition to another is not only the birth of a new condition, but it is also the death of its previous condition. चल रहा है अब. So here means you have to lift this leg. So this is, suppose one is pragabhav, one is pradvangsvabhav. What is that? Now, before born of anything else, suppose cup, plate, glass, there was a abhav. Abhav means missing. That is called prag abhav. Prior existential sense of missing something. From that, the new thing comes. And when it gets broken, there is also abhava, and that is called pradvamsa abhava. So the thing is, a chain of unending changes is the destiny of the world of matter. A chain of unending changes is the destiny of the world of matter. This experience of continuous mortality is the lot of the ego, ahamkar. When it conceives its world through its own changing, restless vehicles of the body, mind, and intellect. In the self, while identifying with the self, viewed from the self, the vehicles are no more able to give us the apparent delusion of a pluralistic world that surges in its continuous process of change. This changeless, constant experience of the finite beautitude is pointed out here by the subtle term Amritam, immortal. The world is the sum total of perceptions, emotions, and thoughts of all bodies, all minds, and all intellects in the universe. The world is the sum total of perceptions, emotions, and thoughts of all bodies, all minds, all intellects in the universe. Naturally, therefore, that total creative urge in the infinite, expressing itself according to the total available tendencies and inclinations, is the very creator of the universe. Sankalpa Vasana, Sankalpa Kama Karma. This is the theory. Sankalpa, first we plan, then we desire, and then action happens, means samsar chalu. So the total creative urge in the infinite expressing itself according to the total available tendencies and inclination, means vasanas, is the very creator of the universe. Creative urge that is already there in the omnipotent truth. सर्वशक्तिमान सत्य जो है, सर्वशक्तिमान भगवान, सर्वशक्तिमान ब्रह्मन, उनके पास है that creative urge. When when that omnipotence is dynamized by truth, is expressed as the creator. When Brahma ki dynamism gets expressed, tapasa chiyate Brahman, then that the same Brahman is expressed as the creator. This, the very womb from which the creative power has risen. But that power also nothing but the truth alone. And hence the supreme is indicated here as the origin of the very creator. That is called Brahma Yoni. Hari Om Tat Sat. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Guru Pyo Namaha. Hari Om.